All right, if you're not already in the sanctuary, make your way on in here. We need some entrance music for everyone. Welcome. It's just me up here today, so I would so appreciate some extra rhythm keeping on this opening song. We'll really appreciate that. This is the same one we've been doing, One Big Family, and please sing along if you know it. Everybody get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Woo. I was short in the slides there. Gosh, they hired me to do this, The slide piece can be tricky sometimes. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Northern Colorado. My name is Reverend Lea Alvarado. My pronouns are she, her. So glad that you have joined us today, and welcome to those online as well. I want to acknowledge that the service today is being held on the traditional lands of the Ute, Cheyenne, and Arapaho people. And we're so glad that you are here today. We welcome all lifestyles, all beliefs, no matter who you are welcome here. And our spiritual philosophy is inclusive of all spiritual traditions. We believe that at the heart of every faith tradition lies a shared message, and that is that we are all one. How cool is that? Christine Roth is our prayer partner today, and along with Joni McMiniman, they will be available after service for prayer if you need that. Thank you all for joining us today. Let's say our mission and our vision together. Our mission: we are an inclusive community, inspiring personal growth, spiritual practice, and a positive way of life. And our vision: to awaken humanity, revealing a world that works for all. Okay, I see some kiddos. We have one little one, Anamaya. Hello. Come on up if you're ready. Come on up. We're going to sing with these kiddos. Let's do it. Hi, sweet one. Oh, my goodness. Okay, you ready? Here we go. I think she's ready.
God is everything there is, so I am part of God. I know there's lots of good for me and everybody else. I'm thankful and grateful for everything we have. So I let go of this prayer, and so it is.
Hey, nice job. Wonderful job. Okay. So I want to take a moment to introduce something really special. I want to introduce our 2024 Stewardship and Pledge Campaign. So, I don't talk about money a lot up here, but I'm going to do it today. So can everybody just agree to just be open to receiving this message? Okay, very good. Because, we all get a little funny around money. Yeah, we get a little funny around money. So our theme for this pledge campaign is Garden of Gratitude, Cultivating Abundance Together. And so our pledge campaign is important because it allows us to set an intention for the growth and expansion of this sweet and beautiful community. And so our fiscal year begins July 1st. So our pledge campaign, we're getting ready to submit our pledges so that we know what our budget will be for this next coming year. But it's more than that. It's more than just that. It's also supporting each of us in our financial and our abundance growth for us individually and for the community. And the law of circulation is at work here. How many know the law of circulation? How many are familiar with that? Most of you, yes? So I'm just going to remind you what that means. It is a law which says that as we give, we receive. So that means that as we give love, as we give joy, as we give of our financial abundance, it returns to us. How amazing is that? How many of you have experienced that in your life? Yes. So this is what this pledge campaign is all about. Do you see the QR code on there? Okay. So somebody said to me this week, Leah, I don't know how to use a QR code. So here's what we're going to do. Humor me, please. Everybody get out your phones. Some of you know how to do this, I know. Some of you are like, I know already how to scan a QR code, for goodness sakes. Some of you may not. So here's what we're going to do. Take out your phone, put it on camera mode, and look at the QR code and see what it does. You don't have to press the button. You're just going to zoom in on it. And what pops up should be a link. Do you see the link there? Okay, so that link takes you to the pledge form that you're going to fill out. Now, you don't need to do that now. I just wanted to show you how to do it. So there's a couple of ways that we're going to do this pledge campaign. You're going to get a letter from me and the board this week with all the information. It's on our website. It's in our newsletter. So there's many ways in which you can access this information, but I wanted to at least show you how to do this. Okay? If you have questions, see us after service. One of us are happy to help you understand this QR code thing. We probably should have done a little training a long time ago, since we've been talking about QR codes for a long time, right? All right. So the next thing I want to do, I want to share a video testimonial. Someone in our community who's been part of our community for over a decade, Chuck Bloser. Thank you, Chuck. He's a little embarrassed because he did this video, and you did an amazing job. But we're gonna show it now, and so just give him some grace and give him a little hand, some little encouragement. Thank you, Chuck. Here we go.
Hi, this is Chuck Bloser. I've been a member of the CSL NOCO community for really since its inception. I started going to the Greeley CSL church about 14 years ago and just stuck with it because I love the teachings, I love the music, I love the community, I love everything about it. It's really been helpful for me. As many of you know, 2 years ago my wife passed away, but the previous 3 years she required around-the-clock care because she had dementia. And I could not have made it through this period of my life without the support of this community. The monthly prayer calls from Mary Oberg, the weekly calls and visits from Reverend Lea. Oh my God, the nightly nursing duties that Brooke performed, and the meal train, and the various visits from so many of you. I just from the bottom of my heart, I'm really, really touched. After my wife passed, I was not in a very good place. So I signed up for a class that Lea was offering called Loving Yourself. And that course changed the trajectory of my life. It allowed me and gave me permission to be happy again. And it let me have a lilt in my step, a song in my heart, and let me exude gratitude. And I now live my day in joy. And I look forward to every day on this planet. And I'm incredibly grateful for this. My relationship with money and tithing has not changed much in 35 years. It was 35 years ago, my wife and I sat down and we had a discussion about money, and we both simultaneously said, have you looked at our checkbook lately? We were swimming in debt, $52,000 in credit card debt, struggling to make ends meet, raising 5 children. She said, there's only one thing to do. And I said, well, I can't work any harder. And she goes, I don't want you to work any harder. He says, we need to tithe. And I was a little reluctant to do so. She said, it creates flow. We got to believe this. We either believe this stuff or we don't. So we tithe. 5 years later, I'm happy to report that we wiped out that $52,000 in debt. And since that time, we've lived a prosperous, magical, abundant life. And I still do to this day. And right now, I tithe heavily to 3 nonprofit organizations. I firmly believe in their mission, and I give them my time, my treasure, and my talent, and I hope with all that I'm making a better place in the world for all of us. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you so much. Yeah, so what a beautiful testimonial to our community and how it served you in your life. Thank you for that. There'll be more videos to come as we go through the month. So this next graphic here, these are our pathway to pledges. So you can see the flowers are a little dull. There's no color to them. So with each pledge that we receive, you're going to see a pop of color. So we're going to do this throughout the month, and so we look forward to seeing how our garden grows. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for your support in advance. So grateful. Okay, we're going to switch gears and go to some announcements. We're going to bring up Marie.
I so appreciate that. Yeah. Announcements. May Outreach. A percentage of our tithes each month goes to a local nonprofit. This month we are supporting Friends of the Gardens on Spring Creek.
Yeah.
So their mission is to enrich the lives of people and foster environmental stewardship through horticulture, creating a horticulture of equity and inclusion. This is their priority. Tough room.
Nice.
I'm just trying to warm them up for you, but wow.
They're
Okay.
just taking it all in. They're just taking it all
Okey-dokey.
in. All right.
So Reverend Sherry Jensen is going to be our guest speaker next Sunday.
Wave your hand,
Next
Sherry.
Sunday, which is Mother's Day. Let's not forget,
Yeah.
next Sunday is Mother's Day, folks. May the 12th. Her title will be, I'm pretty sure her title is, The Divine Mother, Living a Value-Led Life. So this should be beautiful. She'll have a special altar to display a photo of your mother. So if you'd like to bring a picture of your mom or someone who represents mom to you, please do so. And we'll put it up here to honor Mother's Day. And let's celebrate the special women in our lives.
Yes, indeed.
My cat would be nominating me, I think, maybe.
I would hope so.
I hope. Beach Drum Circle. Things you never thought you'd hear living in the mountains. Beach Drum Circle. Friday, May 17th from 7 to 8 p.m. Join us for a magical evening of rhythm and connection at Chuck Blozer's beachside home in Windsor.
Yes.
Who knew? beachside home in Windsor, so be there for that. I thought the only Windsor that had a beachside was Windsor, Canada, but I wouldn't want to go to that
He's
beach.
got a beach right outside his
I
house.
know he does have a beach
It's
right
pretty
outside his
amazing.
house.
So join us for that.
So
yes.
don't miss out on the beachside drum circle. Every Sunday we gather together to share a meal. Tonight we are having a potluck. Join us for connection, conversation, and a great meal after the service. Everything, so can I announce the walk or no?
Oh, yes, please, go ahead.
Oh.
Yes.
So Saturday, May the 18th is the MS Walk. If you are interested in walking with me, let me know. I'll send you, there's a link to the general website in the newsletter, but I'll give you a specific link if you'd like one. And come walk with us in Boulder. It's a great time. We just walk around the campus of UC Boulder with like 600 or 700 other people and have a great time and raise money for multiple sclerosis to try to find a cure to that situation. Everything else, oh, love me a QR code. If you still have your phone out, right there, QR code. Everything else on our website, www.cslnocode.org. That's what I know.
Thank you, Marie. All right, everybody, so we're going to move into the stillness. Let's just all begin by taking a deep breath. Just letting it all go. I'm going to invite Gianna to come up, who has done bowl ceremonies for our beloved community. We have another bowl today, donated by Reverend Gail Lindsay, and so our wonderful Gianna is going to play a little bit of sound for us before we begin our chant and then our opening prayer.
Let's sing together. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am. I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am. I am. Once more. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am.
please join me in an opening prayer. In this moment, in this space, in this time, we breathe in that divine light that is God, that is source, that is divine intelligence. We allow that light to move through our being, settling into our heart, opening our heart to receive whatever it is that we are meant to receive today. And so I trust and know that we are exactly where we need to be, that we have all been guided to be here today, because there is something here for each one of us. There is something that is supporting our growth and our evolution as souls. And so how wonderful it is to know that we have gathered together as a collective community, focused on our spiritual growth and expansion. And I know that as we come together in love, in unity, in joy, that energy and that light emanates from our being, touching and surrounding and holding and inspiring on some level the growth and the expansion of all beings across this planet, because we are all one. And so with great gratitude for this moment in time that will never come again in this way, we feel that gratitude in our heart for this time, for this place, for this beloved community called CSL Northern Colorado. And so with that, we release this, we let it go with complete trust and complete faith. And together we say, and so it is.
The first song I'm sharing with you today is actually a song that I wrote. And I haven't played this one here yet. If you came to my EP release show a couple months ago, you would have heard this one. Today we're talking about knowing yourself, understanding yourself, and the song is called To Be Understood. And I wrote it from my own perspective. I live so much of my life in my head. Can't tell you how many times I've been misread. Someone once told me that if I won the lottery, I'd be nonchalant. That's funny. What's so wrong about a straight face? I've never been the type to go out on a pity chase, but I assure you I'm feeling everything more than you'll ever know. Still haven't learned to let go. Oh, what does it say about me that it's my fear and fantasy to be seen for who I am, to be understood. In some ways I don't want to be seen, but I want recognition, whatever that means. I can't explain it. Wish I could wear obscurity like a jacket and take it off when I feel like it. Oh, what does it say about me that it's my fear and fantasy to be seen for who I am, to be understood. I've been having flashbacks to all the times I'd find myself alone in a crowd. I wonder what it must be like to say the things you mean to say right out loud. Sometimes I think I must be selfish for all the time I spend wondering how I'm perceived. I didn't choose it. There's something in me hardwired to need validation. Don't we all need validation? Oh, what does it say about me that it's my fear and fantasy to be seen for who I am, to be understood.
Beautiful job. Always a treat to hear your songs. Thank you, Julie. So this month's theme is good to great to grand. We're talking about growth, personal growth, spiritual growth, although that's every Sunday, really. But that is our theme for the month. And today I'm talking about our inner landscape. Our inner landscape has a lot of depth to it, doesn't it? There's so much depth. If we dive deep into ourselves, there is so much there to uncover. Sometimes things we do not want to look at. Yeah? But if we're willing to dive deep within ourselves, what we will find, we will notice and become aware, likely, of our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, the stories that we tell ourselves, the things that we do, the things that keep us from our growth. And it's hard to look at ourselves, isn't it? Sometimes we just want to avoid it. We don't want to look at our life, particularly under a microscope, to see all the things that we're doing that's contributing to the pain or the suffering in our life. Do you know, when words have power, the words that we choose, the words that we speak have power because they have a frequency and a vibration to them. Our thoughts have power. You know, our words and our thoughts, they're like prayers. They're like prayers. You've heard the saying, praying without ceasing. When we speak, when we have thoughts running through our mind, they are like prayers. And they're like declarations, and when we say them, we repeat them over and over again, they get lodged into our subconscious mind. And then what happens is they show up out here in our experience of the world. They show up in, God, that same type of person that keeps showing up in my life. That same situation that keeps showing up over here and over here and over here. Life mirrors to us out here what is going on in here. Have you noticed that? It's interesting how that is. Now, sometimes things happen in our life that are hard, that are difficult, that are painful. And it isn't always because of something in here. Sometimes things just happen that are hard. Sometimes things just happen in our life that we cannot explain, that we don't have answers for. But the ones that we want to pay attention to are the patterns. Yeah? The challenges that keep showing themselves over and over again. Sage gets it. Sage knows. Sage, you get it. She could probably teach us if she could speak. She could be up here. So the same things keep showing up again and again, different players, different characters in this movie called Our Life, but the same situations. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yes? And we get angry at these individuals, don't we? We get angry at these people for showing up in our lives in the way that they do. We don't have to travel very far. We don't have to go to India to some ashram to experience healing, because you know what? The people that show up in our lives and the situations that keep showing themselves over and over again is the perfect healing that we need. The absolute perfect healing. And so if we are paying attention, if we are noticing and aware of our inner landscape, we will become aware of the thoughts and the feelings and the stories and the emotions and all of it that is contributing to our life in some way. Showing a mirror, those people as if they're standing right in front of us holding that mirror saying, look here. And it just means that there's things within us that haven't been fully healed yet. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually good news. Some of you are like, damn it. But that's a good thing. That's a gift, because it just means that we're still alive. And if we're still alive, it means there's more work to do. And we're all in this together. We can't change what we're not aware of. And sometimes these people show up to make us more aware, to wake us up. Yeah? And so the invitation for all of us is to do a little self-inquiry, is to pay attention, to explore, be willing to explore our inner landscape, to dive into it, to open it, to see all that's there. The parts of ourselves that really aren't working anymore. It's a brave and courageous thing to face our inner landscape, isn't it? Dennis Merritt Jones said this: if we were to excavate the deepest recesses of our consciousness, we would discover many beliefs about ourselves that are simply not true and that may never have been true. We may have defined ourselves in a limiting way based on our history and the opinion of others, and we stay stuck there because we fail to recognize there is a door right in front of us providing another opportunity to redefine who we are. Yes. We can't change the past. We cannot change the memories that we have within us. We can't change the experiences that we've had, and some of us have had some really challenging ones. But we can, through self-inquiry, to become aware of the thoughts and the beliefs and the patterns of behavior and the ways of being that are not aligned with the truth of who we are, that are not aligned with the spirit that is within us. We get to redefine who we are if we choose. We get to do that. I am spirit in form. I am love. I am a divine emanation of the One. I am an expression of love and joy and possibility. So we get to redefine ourselves in whatever way we decide that works for us. So we begin this journey. Some of you are just beginning, but most of you, I suspect, have been on this journey for a while, diving into that inner landscape. And so we often have to recommit to doing that, don't we? Not allowing ourselves to fall back asleep. You know, we think that once we're awake, and we're never going to fall back asleep again. But have all of you fallen back asleep a time or two? Yeah. Boy, sometimes I just want to keep sleeping and never wake up. Sometimes just keep sleeping and sleeping. I don't want to look at this thing in my life. I don't want to face this thing over here in my life. I just want to sleep through it. So we can get a little lazy sometimes. And I will just admit that for myself. I'm assuming I am not the only one. Okay. But here's the thing, the cost of being lazy and the cost of allowing ourselves to fall back to sleep again is huge. Because if we allow ourselves to fall back asleep, if we allow ourselves to not do our spiritual work, to not do our meditation practice, to not do our work, it's a huge cost, not just to ourselves, but to humanity as a whole, to the planet as a whole. Because when we do our work, it impacts all. It impacts every single being on this planet because we are one. And so we become aware of these things within ourselves that are no longer serving us, that are no longer working. Not to judge ourselves, but to simply become aware. I see how this person is reflecting back to me the very thing that I need to pay attention to, the very thing that I need to be aware of. Thank you, Spirit, for showing me that. Our life also reflects back to us the beauty, does it not? When we are focused on beauty out there, when we see beauty, when we are emanating love, when we declare right here, right now that I am love and I walk into the world to express that, that is what also comes back to us, doesn't it? Isn't that wonderful to know that and to experience that and to feel that? In 1994, the Gangaji Foundation prison program was created. Gangaji is a profound soul on this planet. If you don't know who she is, I invite you to look her up at the end of service today. I believe she is an enlightened soul. She is someone who is committed to transforming humanity, teaching people how to connect in with that inner landscape. So she created this prison program, which has impacted over 350,000 prisoners all over the country. And what she did is she created this wonderful booklet. And these prisoners get to sit down and reflect and ponder and think about their life and look at their inner landscape, their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions, to actually sit and be with that. And then she teaches them that that place within them is holy, is sacred. That their past doesn't matter. When they are connected into that holy place, their past and everything that they have done that landed them in prison doesn't matter anymore. Part of the program is a correspondence program, a letter writing, kind of a pen pal thing. So these prisoners are paired up with volunteers. And the reason they do this is to give the prisoners an opportunity to share in these letters how this program has touched their life and what they've discovered from it and their insights and their revelations. I want to read an excerpt from one of these letters written by one of the prisoners. I can barely see the paper for the tears I'm shedding. I am sitting on the floor in my jail cell, and it's Mother's Day. I have 3 boys. My love still radiates for them as if they were all still in diapers. They are 19, 21, and now 27. Of course, my heart is already wide open due to my thoughts for the day. So what an appropriate time for me to reflect on the questions in the workbook. I've already termed this period a sabbatical, not an imprisonment. Because as long as I travel inwardly, I am as free as I will ever be. And I broke wide open when you told me on page 11, quote, I welcome you home to yourself, unquote. When I read that, I was undone. Plus, you say the sanctuary is inside, so I am here with God already. Whoever knew that the refuge I seek, I carry. With radical humility and happiness, M.W. Who ever knew that the refuge I seek, I carry? What a profound and wise question. Do you know, at some point on our journey, we shift from focusing our attention and our energy out here to here, don't we? Despite the war and the strife and the conflict that is happening in other parts of the world, there is still so much beauty, isn't there? And that beauty is found within each one of us. We can take refuge within ourselves if we choose. Not as a way of escaping life's problems, not as a way of running away from them. And sometimes we can use meditation that way, can't we? We can use it as a way to escape and not look at our life, to bypass it. But if we are staying awake and aware, then what that time is simply time with God. It is time with the divine. It is time with our inner self. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, he believed that heaven is not a place, but it is an experience within us. And we get to experience that to the degree that we are conscious of it. So we have the power to experience and to create heaven or hell. It is up to us. It is something we create. It isn't a place. It is a creation within us. So the peace and the freedom that we desire is not out here. Now, yes, if we choose to go spend time in nature, if we choose to open our heart to something new in our life, if we choose to listen to a beautiful piece of music, our heart does open, and yes, for a moment we may experience peace and freedom. But the peace and freedom that I am talking about is much deeper than that. And it can only be found by going within. You know, yogis in India can sit on piles of trash and meditate for hours and experience pure bliss. Because it's not about what's out here, it's what's inside of them. So if we wait for the world to be at peace in order for us to be and to experience peace, if we wait for our relationships to be at peace, if we wait for our family life to be at peace and our work life to be at peace until we can experience peace, we are going to be waiting a very long time. Yeah? Rumi asked the question, when will you begin that long journey into yourself? We resist meditation because it isn't easy. We resist it because our mind is going all over the place. And so it's like, oh God, it just doesn't work for me. I don't want to do it. I can't sit for a long period of time. It's our brain that is addicted to doing. It's our brain that wants to keep doing and doing and doing. So we have to retrain ourselves to be instead of do. We can do it. It just takes practice. Because what's possible for us is more peace and freedom. Do you want more peace and freedom in your life? Okay, y'all, come on. Do you want more peace and freedom in your life? Yes. Okay. All right. Very good. Gangaji said this. This is an invitation to shift your allegiance from the activities of your mind to the eternal presence of your being. I love that. The eternal presence of your being. So if you're willing to take the time to go within and to spend a little bit more time in meditation today than you did yesterday, watch how it changes you. Watch how it transforms you. We reach a point on our spiritual evolution when we want to actually meditate and sit for hours at a time. Maybe not hours. Maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Some of you, I just freaked you out. The refuge we seek, we carry. The refuge we seek, we carry. It is already within us. So I invite you right now, as we close out, I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable. And take a deep breath. And to feel the truth of these words. The sanctuary that you have been seeking is within your being. It emanates with divine light and love. It is where you can unite with Spirit, and it is where you can remember who you are. It is your time with God. It is your time with Source. It's where you can set aside all of your troubles and feel peace and freedom. The mind will question, it will resist, it will pull you in another direction. Thank it for its presence in your life and return to the source within you. Give yourself permission to unite with this inner sanctuary within you and feel the peace, feel the freedom, feel the purity and the wholeness and the love that is there. In this place, you are whole, you are perfect, and you are loved beyond measure. This inner landscape within you is waiting for you to let go and to surrender to it. Allow in this moment whatever needs to be washed away, to be washed away, to be released, and allow this inner sanctuary to fill you up with hope and possibility and joy and an abundance of love. And so I am knowing right here in this moment that as we feel the energy of this inner sanctuary, that in this moment it is creating a memory, an experience in our being, in our body, that we are going to be able to take with us out into this week and into the weeks and months ahead. I am knowing that we are committed to this spiritual path, that we are setting an intention for our lives to spend more time connecting with this inner landscape, to spend more time connecting with this inner sanctuary. And I am knowing that as we do, that we transform our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with Spirit, and our relationship with all of humanity. And so I'm knowing that we are touched by the grace of Spirit, by the grace of God, that we are enfolded in that love and that light, and it is supporting us and experiencing more peace, more freedom, more joy, more love, and all the abundance that we desire to come into our life and into our existence. And so with great gratitude, I release this, I let it go, and together we say, and so it is.
The song is by a New Thought artist that's new to us. His name is Glenn Rothel. And Leah recommended this song. It's called Unfolding As I Go. I've got questions more than answers, more reactions than real plans. What's the meaning of my life? I just don't know. It's unfolding as I go. I've had some tricky conversations, searching for the right words to say. I must take responsibility, I know. It's unfolding as I go. As I go. As I go. As I go. It's unfolding as I go. Can I tell you a little story about a young man coming to his own? He wished many times things had been different. Oh, but he was not alone, though sometimes it felt that way, and you just never know. But here I stand before you today as I go. As I go. As I go. It's unfolding as I go. It's unfolding. Gonna take time, I know. It's unfolding as I go. It's unfolding. Gonna take some time, but I know, oh, I know, it's unfolding as I go. It's unfolding as I go. It's unfolding as I go.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you. Beautiful song. So if something touched you, inspired you, moved you today, we just invite you to give. There's a number of ways that you can give, which you'll see on our screen here. And so let's take our offering, our tithe, and let's place it over our hearts, and let's say our offering affirmation together. This gift is spirit and form, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give, and joyfully I receive.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love.
Amazing. All right, so we just bless all that is flowing into this community, and we just know that it is supporting all of the work that we are doing now and in the weeks and the months and the years to come. Thank you all. So grateful. Okay, is there anybody here for the first time? We'd love to welcome you. Welcome. So glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. I even got a clap. I don't think anybody's gotten a clap before. Wow. That's special. There's welcome packets at the front there if you'd like to pick one up, and so glad you're here. Welcome. All right. If you would like prayer, as I mentioned, our prayer practitioners will be up here after service. There's also a prayer box in the back. You could submit a prayer there, and we will pray on that for you all week long. And those online, if you have a prayer request, go to our website, cslnoco.org, and you could submit a prayer request there. All right, everybody, let's stand for our closing benediction and our closing song. Let's place our hands over our hearts and let's say these words together. May we be at peace. May our hearts remain open. May we awaken to the light of our own true nature. May we be healed, and may we be a source of healing for all beings. Love is who I am. Love is who we are. Love is all there is.
I hear the music down in my soul. I hear the music down in my soul. I hear the music down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I got a new day down in my soul. I got a new day down in my soul. I got a new day down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. Repeat after me. I love the silence down in my soul. I love the silence down in my soul. I love the silence in my soul, and the whole wide world is my home. I feel the power down in my soul. I feel the power down in my soul. I feel the power down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. Once more. And the whole wide world is my home.